Saskatchewan's real estate market just did something it hasn't done since 2007. And if you're not paying attention, you really need to be, because what I'm going to cover in this video could cost you big if you don't, especially if you're in the market or about to be.
This is the Saskatchewan Real Estate Podcast.
Listings are still incredibly low across the province, while sales are continuing to explode. This is great news for sellers who are commanding record high prices for their homes, and bad news for buyers who are in all-out wars to get homes under contract. In June 2025, a total of 1,768 homes were sold across the province, marking the third busiest June on record. This sales level was 6% higher than in June 2024 and roughly 15% above the 10-year average for the month. Despite some economic headwinds, year-to-date sales are keeping pace with last year's near record levels. This underscores strong demand. Prices hit new highs. The provincial benchmark home price reached $370,700 in June, an all-time high for Saskatchewan. This is up from June last month and represents just an 8% increase year over year. Every region of the province saw prices rise from a year ago, with 7 communities setting new benchmark price records in June. Notably, smaller cities saw some of the biggest gains. For example, Moose Jaw's benchmark jumped nearly 16% year over year, the highest in the province. Other areas like Humboldt and Melville are up 15 and 11% respectively. Inventory remains very tight. While new listings in June were up from last year, supply is still constrained. About 5,215 homes were on the market at the end of June, but nearly 1,100 of those were already under contract. This leaves only 4,144 active listings available coming into July. Overall, inventory is more than 40% below typical levels, the worst supply shortage the province has seen since 2007. Saskatchewan has now seen 24 straight months of sales above the 10-year average, despite these supply challenges, a clear sign of persistent sellers market conditions. Saskatoon's housing market continues to show hot activity. The city recorded 575 home sales in June, a 7% increase from the same month last year. This was Saskatoon's second highest June sales on record, about 22% above the 10-year average for the month. Buyer demand remains well above normal levels. New supply improved but remains insufficient. 789 new listings came onto the market in Saskatoon in June, an 18% year-over-year increase in new listings. However, many of these were quickly absorbed. Inventory is still roughly 45% below typical levels for this time of year. At June's end, 937 homes were listed, but over 1/3 were already under contract. Only about 600 active listings were truly available entering June. This limited supply is keeping conditions in sellers' favor. Saskatoon's month of supply sat at just 1.6 months, far below the 4 to 6 months that signal a balanced market. Prices in Saskatoon remain high. The benchmark price in June was $432,700, essentially flat for May's record high, down only by about $1,000. Importantly though, this is still 7% higher than June of last year, reflecting solid year-over-year appreciation. After a streak of record-setting months, this slight month-over-month dip suggests that prices have leveled off for now, but values continue to trend well above last year's levels. Overall, Saskatoon's market remains extremely tight with strong sales and constrained supply, keeping upward pressure on prices.
Real estate investing does not have to be a full-time job. Randall, Hoeber, and Boys Group Realty provide complete property management services in Yorkton and surrounding areas, allowing investors to enjoy passive income without the headaches of day-to-day management. From finding tenants to handling maintenance and rent collection. Whether you own a property or just getting started in the market, Randall, Hoeber, and Boys Group Realty makes it simple. Call Randall Hoeber at 306-782-1323 or email info@ralixenterprises.com to take the next step towards hands-free real estate investing. Your property, our expertise. Whether it's your home, business, or farm, Pioneer Solar and Renewables has you covered. As leaders in residential, commercial, and agriculture solar solutions, they make clean energy easy and affordable. Visit pioneersolarenergy.com or give them a call to begin harnessing the power of the sun today. Are you investing in real estate? Let Krishna with Boys Group Realty take care of everything. Finding properties, purchasing, renovations, leasing, and management, leaving you to focus on building wealth. Whether it's a single rental or an entire portfolio, serving Saskatoon and surrounding areas, helping maximize cash flows and minimize stress. If you're looking for an expert to manage your investments, reach out today, home@meetkrishna.ca.
Regina's housing market also saw strong sales and price growth in June. There were 402 homes sold in Regina during the month, which is up 6% year over year. This volume of sales is roughly 17% higher than the 10-year average for June, indicating demand in the Queen City remains robust. New listings provided a bit of relief. Regina had 568 new listings in June, about an 8% increase from a year ago. This helped lift inventory slightly, but not enough to meet demand. Total active listings at the end of June were 818, and after accounting for 207 properties already under contract, only 611 listings were truly available going into July. Supply in Regina remains tight by historical standards, supporting a continued seller's market environment. Prices in Regina hit a record high. The benchmark price reached $343,200 in June, eclipsing May's previous peak of $340,800. This is about 8% higher than June 2024's benchmark price, marking a substantial year-over-year gain. Regina's home values have now reached new highs, driven by the combination of steady buyer demand and limited supply. Buyers in Regina should be prepared for competitive conditions, while sellers are benefiting from fast sales and upward price momentum. Across Saskatchewan, the market remains exceptionally tight. In both major regions, month of supply is under 2 or less, which is well below balanced market levels, giving sellers a clear advantage. Inventory shortages are a persistent concern. Active listings are far below normal, even with increased new listings, and many homes are selling almost as soon as they hit the market. This supply-demand imbalance continues to push prices to record highs, as seen in Saskatoon, Regina, and numerous smaller communities. Affordability is becoming a growing issue. Saskatchewan is traditionally one of Canada's more affordable housing markets, but record high prices and higher borrowing costs are now pressuring buyers' budgets. Many prospective home buyers, especially first-timers, are finding it challenging to keep up with rising prices and interest rate hurdles. Elevated prices across the province means buyers need to allocate more income to purchase a home, and some may be priced out of the market. The Saskatchewan Realtors Association supports over 1,700 realtors across the province. Their members provide expert insights to help you navigate the market. Visit sra.ca for monthly stats, industry updates, and to find a realtor near you. On a positive note, there are signs of future relief. Industry leaders point out that strong recent housing starts, this is new construction, could gradually improve supply in the coming months. If more inventory comes online, it may help ease some of the pressure on prices and give buyers more options. For now, Saskatchewan's housing market in 2025 remains firmly in seller's territory, with high demand, limited supply, and rising prices defining the landscape. If you need help navigating this tricky real estate market in Saskatchewan, make sure to subscribe to this channel for important industry updates. If you need help with a mortgage, please book a call with me. I would be happy to show you why I receive 5-star reviews from my clients by helping them make the home buying process smooth and understandable. And if you need help finding a trusted realtor, send me a message. I would be happy to connect you to my trusted realtor network across the province. Until next week, I'm Ron Quaroni, your Saskatchewan mortgage professional. Bye for now.